Hey everybody, this is Peggy, and I want to show you a really cool card that I've been working on. I'm trying to get some ideas for a class, and then I've pulled some things out that I haven't used. Anyway, in the book, you'll see that we still have the Truly Grateful. This one was back when we had the, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like the holiday catalog last year at the end of 2013. This was in there, and then it went away, and now it came back, and it's in our new 2014-15 catalog, and I love especially this. Well, I loved it all. But anyway, I'm going to be using the Truly Grateful for a card, so I'll be using that. My number one right now. Oh my goodness, and this is even right now being back ordered on some of the orders for Stampin' Up, but it will come back. I called to ask them. Oh, I got black ink all over me. So we're going to be using a work of art. Let me just show you some of the other stuff. Here's my stamps I'm going to use. Of course, I've got those out. I'm going to use Versamark and do a little bit of embossing. And this is one of the colors I really like, Always Artichoke. I wanted to use the new color that's out this time, and I can't remember the name of it. I thought this was it, but it must not be. So I'm going to have to look it up because this isn't the right one that I wanted to use, but I'm using it anyway. All right, so here, let me just show you what I did. This is one that I did. I'm trying to come up with a Christmas card, so here is my work of arts, and this is Lovely as a Tree. This is one stamp set that I've probably had for at least 14 years. I'm thinking that it says on the stamps 1999, and then the Merry Christmas is from a very, very long time ago, so I don't know where that is, but look how you can use that. I mean, that just worked out perfect. So what I did, I wanted to use, and I forgot to bring it over, the Serene Silhouette, because I'm doing a card class on using that stamp set, and I like to try and make about 24 different card samples to show the girls what they can do with their stamp set. Now, all 24 are not my ideas. Rest assured, I'm not that stinking smart. They are cased from many, 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 many of you out there, which I am so grateful to all of you for putting your stuff. I'm truly grateful. So I'm going to show you how I did this card. Now, I switched it up a bit, and I'm going to use this vanilla cardstock and the Always Artichoke. And I'm going to be stamping it 4 times. So let me move some things out of the way here. Okay, so there. So I'm going to stamp it once, lift, twice, and just until it disappears. I'm doing it 4 times. Now, it looks a bit different because I just realized that this ivory that I picked is not Stampin' Up. And so it has a texture to it. But you know what? I think that might be all right. It might just give it a different look altogether. All right, let me wipe that off real quick. There we go. That'll work for now. And then I'm going to close that up. I want to just give that a little bit of time to dry because I am going to emboss on there, and I don't want the ink sticking. So I'm going to use my Versamark, and this again is a tree from the Serene Silhouette. So I'm going to use my Versamark and ink it up really good. And I'm using a stamping pad because I love my stamping pad. And I think I'm going to actually, I'm going to move it here. I think I like that. I hope I got it in the center. It's a little hard to tell. All right, now, I'm not going to make you watch me heat emboss over here, but here's how I do it. Here is my gold embossing powder, and I just put a ton on there, like so, to make sure I get it everywhere. And doing it on a scrap piece of paper. And then I use a paintbrush to come in because you can see here. And let me come in a little bit closer so you can see. Can you see these little spots here? This is where I got my ink, my Versamark ink, a little too close. And so I just use a paintbrush to clean it up a little bit before I emboss it. Now I went to, oh my goodness, I wasn't even a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator back then, but I went to a Stampin' Up! Convention that was here in Cincinnati, and I can't even remember how long ago it was, but there was a lady there, and she did some heat embossing up on the stage. Well, she was kind of far away from us, but she used what I'm about to show you next to do heat embossing. I came home immediately, did the same thing, and I have not stopped using it since. And it is just great. That looks like there might be a little bit up there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, before I heat emboss that, or heat set that, I'm going to go ahead and pour this back in. Now, I do have one of those fancy little trays from Stampin' Up, you know, to do your embossing, but I'm kind of lazy and I just use paper. Let me close that up. And then this is what, oh, I have to back out or I'm going to hurt your eyeballs. This is what she used to do her heat embossing. It is a piece of cardboard from a cardboard box, 2 clippy clothespins, and aluminum foil. And what she did was she stuck her little piece of cardstock in like so. Her fingers didn't get burned, and the heat went through the card to the foil and back up, and her little image embossed so much nicer. And so I'm going to shut down here for a second, run over there, and we'll heat emboss this, and I'll be right back. I went, while I was over there embossing, this is the new color, Mossy Meadow, and that's actually what I wanted to use, but the Always Artichoke will work just fine for what I'm doing. So here I am embossed, and again, I'm going to bring that in a little closer so you can see, is that too cool or what? And I didn't burn my fingers. Alright, let's take that off there and put my handy dandy tool over here. Now I do need to trim this down, so let me move this a minute. I think I did. Did I trim it the right size to begin with? No, I need to trim it down a little bit. So let me bring in my paper trimmer, and I'll back out just a little bit here. Alright. That's the little lock that keeps it locked for me. So I'm going to make this just a tiny bit smaller. And I'm going to cut it down so that it's 3 3/4. And then I'm going to make this 5. There we go. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Lock that back. Alright, now, let's see, where did I put my green? So then I'm going to put that right on there, like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp it with the same. I'm going to stick with my same color, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and make this one a Truly Grateful as well. And the thing I want to tell you, when you first get your ink pads, you don't have to like really tap in there so hard because they're really juicy. And you're not going to have to press. Sorry if I got my head in there. Down and up. Yay! Perfect. Clean that bad boy off. And I'm going to go ahead and close my ink pad, and I'm going to try and do, I found a little way. I watched Connie Stewart, and here's what she showed. If you will roll this up just a tad, put it down. This is our new fuse, fast fuse, and then go off to the side. I love it. Now I'm not getting those little doodads everywhere. So it just works. So you come across and pull out to the right there, and then pull it up and out to the right. One in the middle for good measure. Okay, and if I got too close to the edge, I can pick that off of there. So, I'm going to go ahead and stick this on here. A little too much. So, I have to go sideways because I don't think I cut my green the right size. Well, I'm going to have to trim it because I got it uneven and that'll drive me crazy. So, I'm going to get my embossing, my scoring tool, part of my cutter up there, and I'm going to cut off just a smidgen and a hair. I'm just kind of anal about that sometimes, and sometimes I'm not. I think I want it there. Oh, what's going on here? Well, that doesn't make me happy what I did there, but I'll fix it, because that's just what I'll do. Alright, so there we are. Alright, now I'm happy. Well, no I'm not, because I messed up the corner trying to go the wrong direction. So, let me show you how I'm going to fix that. I have a corner rounder. Let's see, which one will I use? Hang in there with me, I'm not going away. I think I'll try and use this one. And if it doesn't work, it's just paper, I'll figure out something else to do. Well, I'm not 100% happy with that, but you know what? It's going to have to do because when I tried to cut that off, I went the wrong direction and I messed up the corner there. So what I'll do is when I get my cardstock out, I won't do it on white, of course, I'll put it on there like so, and I think it'll be fine. It'll be something different. Maybe I'll just tell everybody that's what I meant to do. How about that? All right, so there's one card that you can do. Here it is on white. I kind of like both. I'm not sure. And I love this. I think this might be my Christmas card this year because it's elegant and it was quick and easy. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this really, really quick video that I've done for you. And please check back, and I'll run things at the back there to tell you what I used. And you have a great one. Bye.